everyone, this is Tracy from Tracy's Arts and Crafts, and today I've got such an exciting video to do. I've been so excited to do this. So I was asked by G from Happiness and Crafting, everything's tagged below in the description box by the way. I've been asked to come and do a December challenge and to be a guest with her design team. So she asked me to pick a set, and I have it right here. And together we're going to make something. I have already partly started it just so that there isn't too many videos to this, because otherwise it's going to go on for quite a while. But first of all, I'm just going to show you our kit. I have it underneath here. I thought I'd put this on because it's pretty. So here it is. This is called Shades of Winter. Now I've cut off the borders of the pages just so you can see what they look like. I have printed this on basic copy paper, so that you can see that even with basic copy paper you get a beautiful print come out. If you were to use maybe like a 200 GSM photo paper or even 160 high quality paper, you'll get a better, it will be more defined, you get a better print from it. But even on copy paper you get an absolutely beautiful print from it, which is what I like when I look for a digital. I always go out, I'll buy a digital. I won't use it. I will not use it if it doesn't come out on copy paper good, because what's the point? Say I run out of good quality paper. I want to still be able to use copy paper and still be able to craft and things like that. So yeah, everyone that I do suggest, it has to come out as good quality, and G's always does. I've been using hers for a while and her stuff always comes out really good. So this is the first page. You get how many pages? One. Hang on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You get 7 pages of sort of really nice design paper, and then you get 2 backing papers. So I'll show you the design first, then we'll go through the 2 backing papers. So here we have this box. These trees, I love these trees. This is what made me choose to do this set, because outside the back of my house there's an area where you can walk through and it looks exactly like this. This literally looks like where we walk when it's been snowing, so it's really beautiful, reminds me of home. The beautiful deer, we also get deer around here, many deer and foxes. Not so much white horses. Here we go. That is absolutely beautiful. I think that looks, it's almost fantasy, and I love anything to do with fantasy, and I think that looks almost sort of fantasy look to it. And then we have cute big fox there. This is going to be perfect for putting into a journal, halving like that. And then we have this beautiful house, cabin in the woods there. And then we have the larger deer with the music notes. So it's all come out absolutely perfect. I have cut the borders off for you because my printer doesn't print borderless, but the digitals do print borderless. It's just my printer's a pain in the backside and won't do it. So the 2 backing papers we have the music notes here, which is absolutely lovely. I think that's going to be perfect for writing on in a journal. And then we have the pine branches, which again you could write over that very easily. It's very pale, so you could write over that. And with this kit you also get the ephemera. So we have 2 tags. You could use these as 2 tags, or you could use this one to back this one if you wanted to. I would use them as 2 tags, back them onto cards. That's just sort of, and give it like a bit of a border. That's just sort of the idea I've got in my mind. You wouldn't have to. You have all these beautiful little prints. I've used this on my journal cover. You'll see that in a little while. All these ones just to sort of, you can add these to the pockets, to the tags, to dress them up. And you even get some tabs, which I love, because I do love using tabs. I use them on my journal cards as well as the pages. So there's many ways you can use little tabs. Here you've got 4 little mini pockets and mini tags as well to go with them. So they're going to be lovely to make up, and you get this little bit of border here. You can use this on pages, you could use this on the pockets, you could use this little bit of trim anywhere, so that's really handy. Sorry, losing where I am. Right. Then we have these mini journal cards. I absolutely love these. I would use these as journal cards, but I would also use these as corner tucks. So you glue just the two sides, put it in a corner, and then you could tuck things behind it. So I think they work as journal cards, corner tucks, mini pockets. You know, you could use these, and because G gives you enough room either side of these, you can cut them out and even do the little flaps so that the pockets, you know, like these ones that we just had here. So you could do these bits but slightly smaller because she gives you enough room to do something like that. So there we go, there's those. Going ahead. Here we get two nice large size journal cards. I would definitely use these as journal cards, but I could also use them as pockets if I wish. You get some beautiful words, all lovely, wintry, frosty morning words. They're absolutely lovely. I don't actually have any words like this, so it's so handy you get this in the set, because then you can literally make a whole journal just from this set. And I'm going to show you that today. And then last of all, we get 4 more journaling cards. Now on these journaling cards and on all this ephemera, what you could do is you could print the backing pages onto the backs and use a thicker paper. And if you use something that's 200 plus GSM and then print the backing on the back, all you've got to do is cut this out and you've got yourself a journal card, and it's done. And it's that simple. So you don't have to do anything elaborate, and it's all there for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I've made, and then we'll get on with making something together to start our journal, to start filling it. But what I've done is I've already started the journal so that you can see how this can turn out. I did start it just because it is going to take me forever otherwise, because this would have been one whole video and then I'd have to do multiple videos to fill it up. So I'm just going to show you how to fill the journal with the ephemera and how you can make a whole journal from just bits and bobs plus one kit. So this is the binding. I have left the tails on the outside today. I usually do them on the inside. I'm going to be beading these up and adding charms and things. So that's going to be all decorated up. So I decided to leave them on the outside so that we can have some pretty dangles. This was from one of my daughter's old hair bows. It was a hair bow with a bow on and it had fallen apart. So I'd washed it and I thought it just looked perfect on the bind there. It just looks so pretty. And here you can see I've used the bunnies from the kit to decorate the outside. Some feathers, little bits of flowers, fabric lace, and put it all together with a couple of little flowers there. We have a little die cut here. I just cut this out of some plain white card, and it's a little pine branch. I thought it went well with the kit, and I made these bows. So everything is just made by me. A lot of this is scraps. This one here is an old duvet set that I didn't want anymore, so I washed it, cut it up, and I used that. Yeah, so a lot of this is just things that I've reclaimed around the house. Then we go inside, and here this is just some scrapbook paper, and I have sprayed it with Distress Oxide spray, and you probably can't see it on the video, but it is slightly shimmery, and I just make my own homemade mica sprays. It's just mica, water, and a little bit of PVA glue. Just drop, because it adds a bind to the mica, otherwise you'll spray it and when it dries all the mica will come off. So that's all I did with that. I added a couple of little dies that I've cut out from plain paper and some vellum. Here I've added some glitter and some pearl accents, some lace, some ribbon, just to pretty that up. This is also just scrapbook paper. As we go through, I have made a double pocket which we'll be making together today. and I'll show you how to make one of those. Oh, actually it's a triple pocket if you stick it on like a quadruple pocket, because I've had a little pocket there. Yeah, I've got some hand dyed papers, there's some plain cards, some plain blue card, and the kit. And as we go through, that is all there is. It's hand dyed papers, the kit, and all I did was a little bit of music paper as well. And all I did was I just put the scrapbook paper on the outside of each of the signatures. It's a 3 signature journal, and this is just another bit of scrapbook paper, and then again hand dyed plain cards and the kit going throughout. So it goes all the way through. In the centre, I've put some of my favourite pages in the centre of each. So the centre of this one has the horse, which is one of my favourites too, and the centre of this one has the house, because wouldn't you like to live there, hey? So there we go. And on the back, the same, and that's the back of the journal. So, you know, it's a really pretty little journal filled with the kit, and I'm going to show you today how to make some of the pockets. I haven't got a clue what the time is, so every now and then I'm going to have to stand up and just check the time. So the first pocket I'm going to make is the one that we just saw. If I could just find some paper. There we go, I'll just grab this. There we are, and I have this piece of scrap music paper. So we're going to use this one here. I'm going to turn it around, and all you do is bring it into just beyond the middle and push that down, and then this just slightly overlapping. So the fox is going to be at the back. I want his nose to be in, so just make sure that is in. There we go. Now I'm going to want to cut ourselves some little tabs. So we're going to go like that. Cut diagonal like this as well. And then from here we're just going to go down at an angle. And this will mean that these side bits won't get in the way. They'll tuck down just nicely. They'll cover up the tab. Hopefully you can all see. There we go. We'll fold up the tab. It's nice and simple. I don't know what I've done there. Why did I do it that way? I've done it the wrong way. Sorry, you go upwards. I'm having one of them mornings. We're going to have one of those days crafted together in absolute mayhem. But you know, if I'm not creating mayhem, then I'm not being me. I'm not being myself. I walk through life creating mayhem. There we are. So all I do is I get my art glitter glue. Just because it's got a fine nozzle, that's the only reason I use this. You could use any glue, any white glue. You could use Fabri-Tac. You could use, even Put Stick is going to do it, you know. Just down the side. So you want to do down this side too. Just so you make sure you catch both sides and you don't have no little loosies sticking out. There we go. There we are. Now I always like to do a thumb notch, so I'm just going to get my little circle punch and just punch out a thumb notch there. And there is our first pocket. You could leave it like this, you could, you know, just glue it on 3 sides, and then you've got side tucks as well. I'm going to go further and add another pocket. So I just want to take off this top piece here so that we just have music paper showing. This is actually flute music paper, and it reminds me of my daughter, because my daughter, before she moved out, she's grown now, she's got her own business and everything, she used to play the flute all the time. She still plays instruments from time to time now, but yeah, just remember the house being filled with flute music. And there we go. I'm just going to pull this down just a little bit so that I can fold this up so I can glue the bottom. There we go. Just glue down all the sides and everything. Here we go. Just make sure that's all straight before it sets. Yep. Now what I'll do is I'm going to ink this just a little. I have some various inks here that go with the kit. I do always change my inks up and determined on what suits the kit or not. So I think I'm going to go for the Memento London Fog. This one's called. It's a nice grey. Make sure I've got my grey double with me. So I'm just going to give it a little hue along all the edges. You don't have to ink, of course, this is just personal taste if you like to ink. You also don't have to use the inks I've got. I did, when I first started out years ago, I did use children's inks. So you really don't have to have anything special at all. I'm just going to get a scrap of paper. Oh, here it is. If you use a scrap of paper, you're able to then go over the edges just a little when you forgot to. There we go. So next, I am going to look for one of these. I think I'm going to go for this one. This is from one of the small journal cards that you get. And I'm just going to cut this out. There we go. And then I'm going to ink this one also, just so it all ties in together and you can't see none of the little white bits where I may have, you know, done some terrible cutting, because, yeah, I'm rubbish sometimes, just rubbish. There we go. There we are, and we can pop that down in the corner. Of course you can add lace or anything like that. I didn't want to bulk it out too much because I have got a lot of pages to go through. I'm just going to glue around the edges here, 3 edges, leaving the top open. There we go. And there we are, there's our first quadruple pocket. You've got a little pocket here, you've got a bigger pocket here, you've got a humongous pocket here, which is going to be great for sticking in some extra paper, maybe some writing paper or something. And then you can have a pocket here if you stick it on 3 sides, or you can just leave it as the 3 pockets. So there's that one. And I thought while we're here, I'm just going to check the time. 1 second. Sorry about the noise. Yeah, I've got a little while before it cuts off. So I thought what we could do is make some of these little pockets here. So I've pre-cut them, and I've also, I've pre-cut them, and I've also backed the pockets onto some book page there, just to thicken it up, because obviously I'm using copy paper, so you want to have a bit of strength with your pockets. So I'm going to start off with a plain one so that I can heavily decorate it and you can see what that will look like. So first of all, I'll just get my bone folder, and I'm just going to bend in all the edges and ink up the pocket. I think on this pocket I'm going to use blue ink this time as well. There we go. Oh, some shoddy folding there. There we go. Oh, and there. Oh, look. See, what did I say? If I don't cause mayhem, then I'm just not me. Right, so we're going to use some Distress Ink Tumble Glass. I'm just going to go around the edges. Such a beautiful blue. It goes so well with this kit, the blue and the grey. They just go so nice. There we are. So now I think I would like some lace for this one. Let me just see what I've got down here. I brought my big tub of blue everything over. Maybe I'll use some white. Yeah, I like that. There we go. Just going to pop that on the bottom now, I think. No rhyme or reason. I'm quite spontaneous when I'm crafting and doing art. I get a feeling where something should go and I put it down, and that's the end of that. Sorry, I'm running out of my fabric glue, my Fabri-Tac. This is just Fabri-Tac in this bottle. But yeah, I'm running really low now, so I need to go and get some more. But you know, Christmas is coming up. I have, you know, four children living at home. And yeah, I'm broke. Basically. So here we go. I think we're going to go for this fresh one, this fresh word. And I'm also just going to ink this up in the tumble glass as well. Just use what's on the dobber. Just get a nice colour to the edges, just a very, very little bit. And it one takes away any white that might be there. That's nice. I think I'm going to use the deer on this one. I'm going to use the grey, the London Fog, just to edge this one, because I think the blue will be a bit too much for this one. There we are. I think we'll do it that way. Yes. Looks like I need to refill my art glitter glue as well. There we go. I just pop these on. I just check the time again because my phone cuts out. I film on my phone and it cuts out after 30 minutes. So I don't want it to cut out and you miss everything. So just pop these down and then I'll just check the time and then we will pull out some stickles, I think. Yeah, we were close to time. There we go. All started again. So what I have here are some stickles and some 3D pearls. These are both from Dovecraft. I get mine in the UK from the range, but I have also seen them in the pound shop here in the UK, so do keep your eyes open, do shop around for them. But they're cheap and they work just as well as like Nouveau drops or anything like that. So I think I'm just going to stick a little bit of the stickles or the glitter glue, whatever, in these 3 corners here. Just add in a little bit of glitz. And then I'm going to do some of the drops. Just like that. And then just down this side too, maybe here. There we are. And there is one pocket. So I'm going to choose, let this dry, just move this over. I'm going to choose one of the tags to go with that. And I think I'll go for, I don't want exactly the same, I'll go for this deer one. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to back this onto some blue paper. So I'm just going to pull out some blue hand dyed paper. This blue one is darker and it is made by made with, oh, for the life of me I can't think what it's called, red cabbage. I'm ever so sorry, I do have a rare brain condition. It isn't life threatening or anything like that, it's not serious, I'm not disabled. But it has caused me to struggle with words sometimes. It has affected the speech part of my brain. So sometimes my words get all kinds of muddled and fuddled. Here we go. I'm just going to cut this out. Around these corners. You can use a corner rounder. I have got one right next to me, but here I am being lazy, rounding the corners myself. I think it's easier when it's already drawn out for you, isn't it? Just to snip corners off. There we go. Now, what would this need? Let's see. I think I'm going to punch a hole. This is my crocodile. I don't use, I use my crocodile all the time. I don't use like a single-handed one or, you know, a smaller one or anything. I invested in this to make my books and it does me fine. So I'm just going to have a little look in here for, I have a little tin, you probably can't see, I'm probably off screen. No, me, I'm making a right mess. I have a little tin here of little eyelets. I'm going to use a white one, I think. I'm running out of my white ones and my blue ones. Oh. Let's set it right, that would help. There we go. Maybe a bit of a mess of that in that corner there, but that'll be fine. You get the idea. There we are. So that's the back as well. I'm just going to ink this up, but I'm going to go for blue again. Just a little bit. Not a lot is needed. Not a lot at all. I'm just going to do the back. It won't stay sort of, it keeps curling. It won't stay curling. It's just the glue's a little bit wet from the Pit Stick, but as it dries it will dry straight, and if it doesn't when it's in the book after a little while it will go straight all by itself. So there we are. I am going to pop on some ribbon first. Let's see what I've got on my scraps. Definitely scrapped out ribbon. Aha, yes I do. I have a little bag next to me where I keep my scraps or ribbons and trims. So there we go. Let's see if I can get this in now. Fiddly with nails. Here we go. Come on. Oh, sorry. There we are. There we go. And I'm just going to make these ends a little bit nicer. There we are. So cute. Right, I think I'm going to add a little bit of stickles on. Let me put my pin back, because otherwise I'm going to hurt myself. You know, I literally am the clumsiest person on the planet. So, where are you, pearls? Here you are. I'm making a real mess here. Okay, go up the top. There we are. It's pretty. And there we go. So we have a tag and a pocket. Let's pull in our journal and see how that would look on a page and how we would put it on. I don't want to touch it because it's got stickles on, and you know, it's just sod's law that I'll touch it and smudge them. So in my book, I always leave my first page until I get a feel for the book itself. I name all my books because they're individual, completely individual, and I put my heart and soul into them. Once I get a feel for what the book is, I will then decorate all the front page so that you get a beautiful introduction to your book. But let's choose a page in here. Let's have a look. What have we got? Foxy deers. Oh look, let's start with the deers, shall we? Let's start on this beautiful page. I do tend to decorate one page and leave another for writing, so this one will be left for writing. I might just decorate the edge or something like that, which I'll show you how to make some things for that. So first things first, we're going to get the art glitter glue if it's going to come out, and just pop some on the edges here. I'm ever so sorry about the light. I have an issue at this time of day with the sun coming in the back. I just touched the pearls. No! The pearls have been touched. It'll be fine. They still look okay. So I've just given it a minute to grab. There we are. And then this little tag, without touching the pearls again, just pops in there like that. And there you go. What a beautiful little page. And that's all you need on this page. And that's the great thing about these. They're so beautiful. I think I will add a little lace to the edge though. It's just calling for it. That's what I think anyway. Just to tie in with the lace that's on the pocket there. Again, I'm really sorry about the light. Once I've made this video, I think I'll just wait until the light passes by a little bit. It's just where my back door is. And I've tried covering it up just the other day for one of my other videos, and it is just not having it. It still finds a way to creep through. So just put a little bit of fabric tack down like this. You can use fabric tack, fabric glue. I mean, this lace is so light, you could use even a little bit of white glue. But I know fabric tack will hold it to the page really well. You could also use a glue gun. I've got my glue gun turned on next to me. And there we go. What a beautiful page. So I hope you've liked what we've done today. I'll be doing another video. On the next video, we're going to make some of the bigger tags. And then I'll be doing one more video where we make some pockets and some journaling cards. So I hope you've enjoyed today and the mess we've made and the mayhem we've created. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now. Bye. I would just like to add, if you check out G's store, I've got everything in the description box, so check out her Etsy store. I've also linked this kit for you if you'd like to join in. I almost forgot, so I'm just adding this on the end. Also, if you check out her Facebook page, she's going to be sharing my video on there. And so if you're not already on the Facebook page, do go check that out. She does some wonderful things on there. There's a wonderful group. They also do Friday freebies, which is wonderful, and she has got one at the moment, a Friday freebie that would go perfect with this kit. So do go check that out, and everything you need is in the description box below. Bye again. Bye.